From Italy, he is the challenger, the undefeated welterweight champion of the world, Kell Special K. Brook. Fighting out of the red corner, 32 wins by knockout, including 22 consecutive KOs. This Olympic medalist from Karaganda, Kazakhstan, undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Golovkin, a.k.a. Triple G.
I want a good, clean fight. Remember, protect yourself at all times, and you must obey my command at all times. Good luck to both of you.
As a welterweight champion, Leonard was seen by most as a follow in the footsteps of Ann Griffith. We're about to see. There was a full-scale web, particularly in America yesterday, on the notion that he was ill under the weather. He and everyone in his camp says there is no truth. Agreed, Bernard?
Well, he looks good now, and he's big.
The new fight, looking more the way he did against Dominic Wade, trying to get in and land power shots. He takes a right.
Brook got some slow bruise from the left
right eye.
From the right eye from Triple G. Triple G is setting him up, and if he stay on that rope,
body shot, Brook is in trouble. And Brook reached Gennady Golovkin, hammered him to the liver with a body shot.
if Kell Brook stay on that in this fight, he has to be overwhelmed and overpowered.
By Brook, left hook, looking, nodding at him as if to say, okay, I got it.
Kell has to now find a way to survive this. Triple G is continuing to put
with the left hook. Brook trying to fire Golovkin off a little bit.
One punch. He's throwing a jab, Brook, and throwing one punch at a time and going back towards the rope. He must keep the ring to try to at least.
Triple G is #1 in the sport by top you box count in landing jabs. There's a good uppercut for Brook. There's a right hand for Brook. And look, there's a mark eye from the right hand.
Puncher a bigger chance. Triple G will have a bigger and a greater chance in exchange.
Okay, when you get on the inside.
Here's the left. Because of Kell, and he should have been moving, but he stayed there and got hit with a right hand. How to avoid that right hand is not
the biggest moment of round one when Brook reached out and grabbed Golovkin to pull him to him after the two left hands. There's the uppercut that landed for Brook, which may be veteran referee Marlon Wright staying.
Be consistent with that jab. Not at Triple G, then he don't want to be on the end of those punches. Thrown by both men, and if he's not first in a long fight with Triple G,
well, for better stay away. Maybe he wants it that way, and they're trading in the center.
To get too comfortable because Kell Brook can't think about the power, but he must think about the far as hurt like he was.
Now jabbing, set up the right hand. And Golovkin landing a sit before sweeping a right hand across Brook.
Brook gets the left hook that poor Triple G coming in. Counter when Triple G throws one punch when Triple G is coming in.
Uppercut by Brook. Crowd comes out of its seats. Excited by Brook getting it. But Brook comes back with a four-punch combination.
Started with an uppercut. He threw the uppercut again, and then he threw the right hand behind. He bought himself time where he wears out Triple G to the point he might have something here.
Brook seems to him, wants to put him in a box.
I want to see something up the middle, then outside, okay?
Brook setting up that left uppercut because he threw the right lead first, and he.
Brook must not get too brave, but smart enough to fight a smart man fight.
A slip rather than a knockdown. Golovkin.
Now you see
Golovkin putting a lot of pressure on Brook.
And now rush because what is he himself getting outboxed and getting hit with some shots that he never got hit with. And I'm pretty sure he's trying to pressure and start chasing. He's digging to the body with a three-punch combination. Triple G
was able to keep a lot of the action in the center of the ring where he likes it. Hard right hand by Golovkin.
Golovkin don't want to establish his dominance. And he's coming in just wanting to throw the power punch, but not be leery or worry about the jab because he's so confident that he can hit Brook.
Hand there and landed a glancing blow. If he had landed it solidly, he could have hurt Golovkin.
He got hit with a short uppercut just now where he gets the bad end of it.
Brook is trying to build something memorable here. Momentum immediately. Gasping for breath. They may be thinking again that they were onto something. Bearing in and putting pressure on Kell Brook here in round 3.
And Triple G just threw a left on that same eye with the left hand.
Comes back aggressively, winning the admiration of the crowd. Gennady Golovkin has not thrown what I would call a lot of wild or desperation punches in the fights we've seen up to this moment. But he is swinging away sometimes. Perhaps won the second round. Gennady Golovkin finds himself, it appears, in this dominant career.
Frustrations. The triple moving, punching, slipping. Every now and then, Brook ropes, being the center of the ring or keep moving left to right. As you see on the ropes, Triple G has a shot when he's on the ropes.
And left himself wide open to scoring this off of a television.
Successful to me was the uppercut, whether it's coming from the left side or the right side. He has it.
And he was successful second round. Golovkin sticking a jab. Both fighters' faces are showing damage from the shots they've landed in the first 3 rounds. Trying to hammer Brook to the liver here in the 4th.
It looked like Triple G is just actually on it, Jim. But I mean, speed. The power's there, but the speed is not there. They seem like arm punches, like he's throwing. They have no snap on it. Proper, much cleaner, spot on.
There's some urgency from England to grow around round 5 begins. Let's go quickly to Harold Letterman to see how he scored the first 4.
3 rounds to 1, Gennady Golovkin. There's your pits. I just think in the clear a lot of punches. But I gotta tell you, Jim, Kell Brook got some jaw. I mean, I haven't seen a guy stand there and trade for God knows how long. 3 to 1.
And Golovkin delivers his fiercest rally of the fight. Right hands when he first got Brook to the ropes, Bernard.
And Brook is putting his hands up like he wasn't hurt. Fear about accumulation of those to let the opponent know that you're not. That normally means the opposite. But he's leaving his feet, Jim, when he throw a punch. And not only is no power on those punches, he leaves himself to get catch. So now Triple G is going to keep.
We're only halfway through the 5th round. Golovkin is now did in round number 1.
And yes, he is. He's pop shotting right now as he's right.
And Dominic, our corner is holding up a towel. Engel is trying to get referee Marlon Wright to stop the fight, and now he finally throws the towel in knockout victory in round number 5. And that's an amazing decision on the part of Dominic Engel. But who would have thought that he was on the verge of getting up on the ropes with a towel?
To where he at least was in that same position, but he point where he stopped the fight.
We're going to have to wait to hear what Dominic Engel has to say about pitch and about how he was doing to that point in the fight against Gennady Golovkin. But the fight is stopped, and Golovkin has a technical knockout victory. This is earlier in round 5, Bernard.
For me, he's just as hurt here, where under him.
And there you can see Dominic Engel waving the towel.
And so that's what I believe that, it was a bad stoppage. Let the man finish. This is an opportunity to make history, opportunity to fight your way back.
And he wanted to prevent further damage to a great welterweight fighter if in fact he's going to go back to welterweight. It looked as though Engel had made a decision to protect Brook's future.
I think it was more of emotions. I think that was the decisions off emotions. And as he was round 2, round 3, whenever those rounds earlier was, he wasn't as hurt.
Particularly if Brook could have been more precise with it. That was not a decision by referee Marlon Wright to stop the fight. That was a decision by Kell Brook's corner.
Still, the undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Golovkin, a.k.a. Triple